This segment brought to you by Kansas Corn. Learn more at kscorn.com.
As we get ready to start practicing our emergency brake stops, I'm just going to ask my horse to walk off. I've got my right hand in the center. I'm going to slide that left hand down, and I'm just going to lift straight up, and I'm going to hold that pressure on until my horse stops, all 4 feet, and then softens. Then I'll drop it out of my hand like it's a hot potato. Then I'll ask him to walk off again. I'll slide my right hand down. I'm going to lift straight up. I'm going to hold till he stops and softens. You can see he kind of moved into that pressure a little bit. If he wants to move in, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to change where I'm pulling. I'm going to hold that pressure till he softens. And I didn't really like what he did there, so I'm going to soften him back off of it. So here's the steps to it again. As I'm walking off, I'll slide that left hand down that rein, and I'll just lift up. And I'll let him find that stop. You can see he kind of turned to the left. He was seeing if that was the right answer at that point. So I'm not going to get critical of him there. I'm going to say, hey, great job in looking to find the answer. We always want our horses searching out the answers. We're going to bring Elizabeth in here in just a second, and we're going to work on changing that pivot hand and sliding down and getting that emergency brake stop. You're going to move your left hand to the center of your reins and slide your right hand down. Okay, so that's one of the things that I was kind of talking about earlier. And that is our young riders get to wanting to keep their hands in one spot and not sliding them. So the exercise that we're going to work on is I'm going to slide one hand to the center of my reins, then I'm going to slide my other hand down the rein, and I'm going to pull it into my pocket, okay? So there you go, really good. Now just change your center hand, slide your other hand down. Boom, there you go, great job. Change your center hand, slide your other hand down. What I found by being really conscious about changing that center hand and then sliding your other hand is it gets us to where we're not pulling on our horses all the time. When we get our hands out here like this, a lot of times, we get to pulling, and we don't want to pull on our horses. We want to guide our horses. So just ask Mojo to walk off, Elizabeth. All right. Put one hand in the center. Now slide your other hand down and put it in your pocket. You're going to hold it in your pocket till all 4 feet are still, and he softens. That means he puts slack in the reins. Release right there. Drop it like it's a hot potato. All right. Ask him to walk off again. Change your center hand. And when I'm doing this drill, I'm not that worried about where my horses are going. I'm in an arena, and slide it into your pocket. There you go. All right, walk off again. And I also try to make sure that I'm alternating sides. That way I'm always trying to get my horse balanced. Keep my horse balanced. There you go. Really good. As soon as he puts slack in that rein, release. Good. Walk him off again and ask him again. All right, slide that hand down and bring it into your pocket. And you can see as she does that, Mojo has a tendency to want to brace just a little bit. That's just part of it. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get him softer, and we just have to keep working at this. And I would, if we were in a lesson right now, we would do this at a walk, a trot, and a lope, and this may be the only thing we covered in today's lesson.
I had this horse, it was a good horse, except for when the wind was blowing above 30 miles an hour. The wind was blowing about 35, 40, and I saddled him up, rode him out to the end of the lane, and I thought, well, he's doing pretty good. And about 6 jumps later, I was laying on the ground and thinking, boy, my shoulder sure hurt. I kept waiting, and it didn't get better, and so I went to orthopedic surgeon, and that showed that I had torn rotator cuff. He said, well, we'll have to do surgery. I thought, I farm and ranch by myself. This is not going to work out very well. I'd been sleeping in my recliner for about 2.5 years because it hurt too much to sleep in bed on my side. I'd heard about Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center on the radio. Gotten down there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 11:30 the procedure was all over. They just took some fat out of my side here and spun that down for about 45 minutes and then injected it in my shoulders, and I was on my way. It's something you don't hear about, but I thought it was worth a try, and I'm really pleased. It's really worked out well for me.